Just gonna give a little spray of this to work on. I'm gonna be doing the background first. My first layer is just gonna come in to try to get some color. And I'm gonna use a couple of different yellows and greens on this background. And what I'll be doing is letting this dry as I do this for the next one, so that when it's ready for the next layer. So I like to do the first background, and with this, I don't need to cover the whole space. I kind of like to leave some white of the paper or the canvas, as the case may be, and just to try to come up. I like to see how the colors connect, and sometimes they do it in very fun and unusual ways. So then I'm going to come back with my first color. These are very fluid, high flow acrylics that you can use either putting them in a palette. I like to use them straight out of the bottle. And then I'm going to come up a little bit higher to give it a little spray here. I want it just kind of a mist for it to, versus if you come up close, you're gonna disperse things. Misting it, it's just gonna kind of come over and gently mix everything up. So this is the background layer. So with this layers that I had put down, the first couple of layers of color, I'm looking at it and I'm gonna just check to see which way I want to use the painting. What is it going to be? I have no real clear idea until I start looking at how I see things happening. And now I see kind of, I like it as this kind of a landscape with trees. So I'm going to add some color here, taking that idea of a couple of trees. And so I'm taking and coming through with layer colors. Sometimes I have it totally dry. It's still wet, so it's going to mix a little bit here. But I'm using the shapes I see to help me with my trees. And then I'm probably going to let this dry. One of my favorite tools with my paintings are using credit cards. So I like to cut up old credit cards. That's kind of one of those things that's, anyway, satisfying. So I will come in and I will add some detail with my credit card as I'm doing this, and I get my nice straight lines. And I can mix the colors very gently, and sometimes not so gently with it. So as I'm looking through this, I come over and I can clean this off with this. And if I want to, I can come over and just kind of give it a little bit of a shade here by just bringing the color, and I'm just dragging it a little bit across. And I have just this little bit of paint on the edge of the credit card, and I can use all the different kinds of edges. Sometimes I'll use the whole thing, as you're looking at it here, just kind of coming in, and I can come in some of my nice little branches. I think sometimes you don't have to have any expensive tools. You can just use very simple things to create, as I'm just kind of bringing in some of the bark and just some texture there. Perfect.